Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing! Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to How Embarrassing. It's the podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
And we have survived, worms. That's right. If you follow us on social media, you know for a fact that me and Jeff crossed some state lines this past weekend.
That's illegal.
Multiple states. Yeah, it should be illegal for us to
That's
do.
right. It was the first How Embarrassing road trip featuring Molly and Jeff.
It was. And are we doing a full episode about that next week with guests from the trip?
Well, I feel we can mention some highlights and then maybe, because I feel like whenever we make big plans, they never happen. So we might as
True.
well get into it a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what we did, we went up to Jersey.
Oh, Joyzy.
Josie.
We went to New Jersey for a wedding to watch the sacred art of holy matrimony.
Sacred art.
Yeah. They had knives and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Absolutely. They made patterns in the sand. It took them days.
Are you going somewhere with this
I don't
story?
know.
Or are you just...
Oh, I was just saying
Okay.
we did a fun road trip. Jeff, what was your favorite part of the trip?
Ooh, I don't know. My favorite part was probably... when you decided to crawl out like a dog while having a normal conversation because you were so hungover.
Crawl out like a dog from where?
She went to the bathroom in the morning after the wedding because she was very sick. She was throwing up.
Ooh.
And meanwhile, one of her friends and I were talking.
Dylan, friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, Dylan.
Not Dylan.
Not Dylan.
but
Dylan.
We were talking about, I don't know, pop music and how
Here's what
it took
happened.
him a while to get into it and stuff. And
The,
all of a sudden-
the conversation turned to Taylor Swift, and I heard it from the bathroom, and I
Oh, yeah.
had to put my 2 cents worth in.
Yeah.
But I didn't. It was too soon for me to be standing up. So I just kind of slithered my way back into the other room while I was making my point about Taylor, and everyone acted like that was a big deal.
I mean, we heard her like making her point about Taylor Swift coming in from the other side, and it sounded like she was fine now, like she was speaking like a normal human being. We expected to see her like walk past, being like, "Oh, now that I threw up, I feel great." And then we turn and she's just like crawling on all fours, but like just like making her point about Taylor Swift.
I was crawling
it
in
was a
like,
very strange
yeah, the
sight.
thing about Taylor's 1989 album is...
I was like, I don't care. Every time someone says Taylor Swift, I say I don't like her, and it turns into a 30-minute conversation.
Want to hear my favorite part of the weekend?
Yes.
So we got into our hotel room,
Oh my God.
and the shower had this like frosted glass that was facing the entire room. And
Oh, I saw a
you
picture
would-
of this.
You would think it would be like an optical illusion where like you think you can see him, but you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, super
But
foggy glass.
Jeff tested it out, and you could just straight up see into the shower. I was like, oh, this is about to be an intimate weekend.
But if you're in the shower and you look out into the room,
Yeah.
you can hardly see shit.
oh yeah, If
They
you're-
installed it backwards.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they did it on purpose.
If you're in the shower, you don't know who's peeking. If you're out of the
Yeah.
shower, you can
Right.
peek away, no problem. So you know your girl was peeking.
Nice. And there's a two-way mirror in the bathroom as well.
Might as well then.
It probably was. We were being watched the whole time.
Oh, cool.
We thought we were at a wedding, but we were actually being observed in a mental facility.
Wait, it's not a
Hotel.
one-way mirror?
Huh?
Two-way mirror would just
Is
be
a
a mirror on
window.
either side.
Two-way mirror is a window, right? They say
It's a one-way mirror.
They say,
Two-way mirror is a window.
they say the eyes are the two-way mirror to the soul.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's a two-way mirror.
Oh my god!
But the mirror's only on one side.
Oh, it's also known as a one-way mirror. That's stupid.
Wait, this is like the catty corner, kitty corner debacle.
Oh,
Exactly, yeah.
We'll have to call Papa Graham later
Honestly,
and see if
and
he
get
knows.
his hot take on two-way one-ways.
Don't ask him it like that, though.
Hey, Dad, what's your opinion on two-way one-ways? He'd be like, I hate you forever. I don't know.
Man, you can get a 12 by 24 two-way glass mirror for $100 on Amazon.
But anyway,
What?
why would you
know what I'm
devi-
buying tonight.
why would you design a hotel room that had just a clear shower? Like for everyone in the room. Like what if you were traveling with a colleague?
The shower also leaked.
There were 2 beds and 1 see-through shower and
Right.
no locks on any bathroom doors.
Sounds like my dream hotel room.
The shower also leaked incredibly much.
I wouldn't know because I did not shower the whole weekend.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
That's right,
Well,
baby.
Not even like after being like hungover and stuff?
I showered when I got home, but the morning after the wedding, I had to crawl to a diner. I was too busy. Yeah, sorry about
I
it.
had a Jersey diner.
There's no showers in Jersey.
and no left turns.
Yeah, you can't turn left in New Jersey.
Anyways, enough about Jersey.
Yeah, enough about Jersey. Let's get to an ad.
Oi.
Hello, what you doing?
I'm making sure no one takes a left-hand turn.
Oh my god, what are we in? The Jersey of Australia?
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Can I at least have a shrimp on the barbie while I'm here?
Of course, as long as you don't take a left to get it.
I better hop on my kangaroo and turn right to the barbie.
That's a good lad.
Bloomin' onion.
Sharks.
Steve Irwin.
Oh, come on. Too soon.
Oh shit, I'm
Too
so
soon.
sorry.
Come on, Molly.
All right.
Do you ever have friends that do this to you?
Yeah.
You're having a great time, and all of a sudden she takes it to Steve Irwin and tries to
Oh.
make jokes out of a hero, an Australian hero who tragically died, and she thinks it's funny. Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it happens to me a lot. I am that friend, and that's why the How Embarrassing podcast is sponsored by Filter a Friend. That way, when your friend's about to say something stupid, you just cut them off with a lot of music.
I'll edit that so it sounds like it's cut off.
Yeah, thanks. Well, we're going to fix
We'll
that in
edit that,
post.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
worry, Dad. It'll sound good when you hear it.
That had all the hallmarks of a brilliant, how embarrassing improvised ad.
It truly did. It had accents.
Started off with dead air, complete dead air, complete just like nothing. Cockney accents. Hey, what are you doing? Has this ever happened to you? Which Jeff, by the way, pulled the ripcord, looked straight at me, like, has this ever happened to you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm living it right now. I guess.
It happens to me every week.
All right. Well, let's
Every
not
week when we
sit here
record
and
the
laugh
pod.
at ourselves.
Why not? We're so funny. I laugh at myself all the time.
Aw.
I was on a walk earlier and I was thinking about how much anger that I have in my heart all
Holy
the time.
shit.
But then I was like,
All right,
but I
Alanis
also
Morissette.
have a lot of fun. I don't know. I can't figure out if I'm more fun or more mad.
That sounds like a psychopath. Like, really, it's like, I'm really angry to the point of like murdering people, but I also want to murder myself. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But I also have fun.
It's hard to figure out. I saw a marriage this weekend and I thought, what's my point in life?
I think your point in life
Yeah.
is to
Podcast?
push the podcast forward and get
All
to the
right,
guest
you're right,
and
you're
stop
right.
talking about your psycho self.
Okay. You're right.
You're right. You're right.
You got me again, Jeff. You got me again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a big treat for you right here in the studio. We got a new guest. He's never been on the pod before.
Yeah.
You may know him because he frequently is walking down a street.
You might know him from running into him at a bar late at night when you're very drunk and inviting him to be on a podcast.
That seems to be a pattern we're hitting lately. Ever since everything reopened, me and Jeff have really been pushing
true.
the
Yeah.
podcast.
We should change the name to like We're
Meet us.
Drunk and Met Friends.
Yeah. Everyone, please welcome our newest drunk friend, Caswell.
Yay!
Hey, everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
It's so good to be here.
Are you embarrassed to be here today?
I'm already getting a little embarrassed. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm,
that makes
I'm
sense.
warming up.
That
yeah.
checks out
Yeah.
based on how the first half of this podcast has gone so
Yeah.
far.
Feels like it's been so long since we've done this.
It's been 1 week.
Yeah.
It's been 1 week.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's been.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Kaz, are you embarrassed easily?
No, I don't get. I would say I don't get embarrassed easily.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I have a story about how I got really embarrassed, it's a whammy. You know?
It's a whammy.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, can you hit us with a whammy?
Okay. This is a story. It goes back
All about how.
2001. So 20 years ago, back when I was like 40. No, I'm
Never
I'm
forget.
totally kidding. No, I'm not that old. I was like 23.
Nice.
That's how old I am. Just kidding. I'm a little older than that. I just wanted to make you feel
He
bad.
looked at you and was like, no.
I love.
I know. He's like, you're weathered.
He's like, you're at least 35.
Who did you talk to about the podcast? Whoever you talked to was like, yeah, be prepared to get interrupted a lot.
That was me. That's what I tell everyone.
Oh, I thought it was like
If
somebody.
I wasn't
No,
told,
that's
I know now. But yeah, this was from back in 2001 in Europe actually, and this is a story about how I almost broke the stereotype of how Americans can't drink. You know, like in that movie Beer Fest by Broken Lizard, the guys
Yeah.
who did
Yes.
Yeah.
the Super Trooper guys. So they were of course the laughing stock of the beer competition, and
Yeah.
then they eventually won. You know, they broke the stereotype. So
Heroes.
here's the story of how
American heroes there.
here's the story of how I almost did that, but ended up being not doing that.
stupid
And
American.
I was pretty embarrassed. You know, I was pretty embarrassed. Oh no. So so I was in Europe. Had one of those Euro passes, and I'd split up with my
Europass. Just like you get on any train.
Euro passes. You get basically
it's like,
pay.
okay.
You buy them when you're back home in the U.S. or wherever, and you get on a train and you activate it, and you can use it to ride any train for a certain amount of. They depend. Like I had one for 3 weeks, I think, unlimited train rides for 3.
I need to get one of these.
I was about to say, Joe.
We had a wedding. Next thing is the
We're
Euro
ready.
trip.
We've crossed state lines. Now let's cross international waters.
Oh yeah.
Right.
OMG.
So I was on this train, and I'd split up with the people I had been with. Like the last leg of the trip was solo. I was on this train, and we were going to Munich, in Germany, and which was where they went for that in that movie Beer Fest, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Were you trying to like recreate your fast?
It was I was psychic because it was before the movie came out. Actually,
Whoa. So this movie is based off you.
That's awesome.
they stole. Yeah, they read my mind.
You're like the
Yeah.
sixth person to come on this podcast who Hollywood owes money to for stealing their
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were these two dudes from Nebraska, and I could tell they were from Nebraska because they
Ate a lot of corn?
Just looked like it. They were
Yeah.
blonde hair, blue eyes, and stuff. Well, I also started talking to them, and they said they were from Nebraska. But like I just started kicking it with these dudes on the train. We got to Munich and started hanging out with them, going around the city and stuff. And eventually they came out that they had a whole group, like 20 some of their fellow Nebraskans from the University of Nebraska that they were meeting up with that night. They were on some
I love this story.
study abroad thing that changed cities every week or something like that. So
Wow.
they were in Munich, and then after that they were going to Greece or something like that.
Nice.
So they only had one night there. It sounded like it was going to be a party because they were getting the hell out of there after that. We ended up meeting up with the 20 other people at this beer hall called the Hofbrauhaus.
Oh, of course.
It's pretty famous. Yeah. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Yeah.
every fucking German bar.
Yeah.
It was featured in Beer Fest, the movie.
Hausgewasst.
Yeah.
It was called fucking bratwurst.
And
Wow.
It's the only
God.
German thing I know.
Molly's failing tonight. I'm worried about her.
I don't know German.
no COVID.
I got every inch of that recording. It's awesome.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so we went in there, and it was all super crowded and everything, and it would have been a nightmare now because of COVID and stuff. But it was like just everywhere you looked, you had to like push your way through the crowd and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And someone, I think I was just joking around. I was like, man, you could totally order something here and not pay because no one would see you leave. And I was totally kidding, of course. But some of them did
Totally.
it. Some of the people did it, and I was like, they actually did that.
Holy
and,
shit.
And I ended up paying for their stuff. 'Cause
No.
Wow.
But anyways, that's not the embarrassing part.
Yeah, make yourself look like a nice guy before we get into
Right,
whatever
right,
the fuck you did.
Yeah, so the night gets going and stuff. Eventually, the Nebraskans were like, we got to catch our train. We're going to Greece. We got to get out of here. The train leaves at like 11:40.
We gotta go. The cops are after us. We stole all the sauerkraut.
Probably that too. But they're like, we got to catch the train. We got to leave. And one of the dudes was like trying. We knew he was never gonna get anywhere. Like it wasn't gonna work for him. But he was all hitting on this one girl. He was all like all over, like all up her ass. And me and the other guy were like, yeah, that's not happening. But he thought it was, so he went with him.
Nice.
And it was just he went with him. They all went to the train station. It was just me and the one dude from Nebraska. Just chilling. And so
Two dudes at the same time.
Yeah. And for about 20 seconds or so, it was just me and him just kicking it, like, hey, it's what's it like to what do you think of Europe and all that. And that was about 20 seconds, because then about 20 seconds later, about 20 dudes from England came and sat down with us. Right. And it got real crazy. So like they really know how to drink and party and stuff there.
There's nothing to do in England besides the pubs.
Yeah.
That's all they have.
They were singing football, soccer songs, rugby songs, probably even cricket songs.
Yeah, they were like,
there was this one. They did this thing where they lifted up the table and just rocked the table back and forth with all the drinks and stuff on it while they were singing. Those long, super long beer hall tables.
Yeah.
So there's a thing. It's a thing.
I think there's a scene like that in Beauty and the Beast.
What?
Good God.
Yeah, there is. With Gaston, they lift up the table. I know. I fucking know.
I've never heard of this
You
thing.
think I don't know, but I know. Anywho, so
But they're in France, right? Beauty and the
yeah,
Beast is
but
in
Europe
France.
is Europe, dude.
That's true.
You can take one train all over the place.
It's a small place.
Just
right?
like, everywhere's Nebraska. In the
Yeah,
US.
everywhere's Nebraska. Exactly. The world is your Nebraska.
So after like a few minutes of hanging out with these British dude or blokes as they're called there,
Nice.
they start talking about how Americans can't drink, can't hold their liquor and stuff like that, and it was kind of pissing
While
me
they're
off,
holding
man.
up a table, rocking it back and forth and screaming a song.
So I was like, man, I don't think you guys know what you're talking about. I should have chosen my words more carefully. But so we ended up playing this game. We ended up playing this game, sort of like beer pong, I guess, but like it was just like more like cut to the chase. There was no pong. It was so like
drinking.
it was so everyone had
Put your beers in a triangle and
It was
chug
beer-
it.
like beer pong, but everyone just drank the
no.
beer.
So there was no ping pong table. It was just the table.
Was there a ball?
There was a ball.
Oh, okay.
So the beers, it was like a stein. Each one was a liter. Pretty, it's
Whoa.
pretty big.
Yeah.
I'd already had 4, so I was pretty good to go at that point. But we started playing. So the game they were playing, everyone just had their stein wherever it was on the table. The designated ball thrower just threw a ball in the air, and whoever stein it landed in stood up on the bench, took their shirt off so it wouldn't spill down get on their shirt and stuff. Took the shirt off and then just chugged that shit.
We gotta play this. That
sounds
sounds
fun.
fun as shit.
Yeah.
So like
On this table right now.
everyone was doing that. You stand up on the bench, take your shirt off,
Nice.
chug that shit. So
This is at a train station?
No,
No.
it's at
This
the
was-
bar.
We left the train 5 stops ago in
I
Brussels.
thought we went to another train station
No.
with a
No.
fucking
no,
Oklahomian.
the other people went to the train
Everyone
station.
except for him and one Nebraskan.
Yeah.
Oh, Nebraska.
And now he's with the blokes.
the blokes
We're
from
with the
England.
blokes.
I'm caught up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was just like, man, this game they just don't mess around, They back home they at least have like a ping pong table and stuff like that. Here they just have the table.
I like it's
Right.
just free range.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just chuck the ball. That sounds like that's
Yeah.
my jam.
Take off your shirt.
I'm gonna play bloke pong.
So yeah, eventually it landed in my stein.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
So I had 4. I was like, what's another one, right? And so and all night, a fifth, 5 liters, no big deal. So
Doing the math.
I was just, and
Proud of myself.
everyone had been saying American guys can't drink, and I was just like,
Bullshit.
now's my time to shine.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
it, Kaz.
Now's my time to shine. So I got up, shirt came off,
Yeah.
Stein went up, and I chugged that shit in like 5 seconds.
Oh, hell yeah.
And everyone was cheering, and they were, and I felt like the biggest hero. And I even heard one guy said, "Oh my God, I'll never say Americans can't drink ever again, ever again." And I was just like, yeah, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit. And then all of a sudden, I just had this feeling in my stomach.
Oh, no.
Oh man, I know that feeling.
Oh.
Dude, what am I gonna do? Dude, and I started thinking of like, remember in Stand By Me with Lard Ass when he ate the blueberry pie and threw up the blueberry pie and everyone started throwing up all over each other?
Lard ass.
And then in the Goonies, when Chunk starts telling his life story about how everyone threw up in the movie theater,
Oh, yeah.
everybody started throwing up all over each other,
I know
and
that
it was the
reference.
worst thing I ever
Not
did.
the first one.
Yeah,
Both of those
my
movies,
gosh.
isn't it? I just realized that
it's
for
in
some
it's in
reason.
Stand By Me and the Goonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of these things.
Same
all-
actor too.
What?
There was this one of the main characters was the same actor. In
No.
both
Lard
movies.
Ass and Chunk are the same actor.
No,
Lard,
no.
Lard Ass
Corey.
and Chunk were
Corey,
no.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Corey
yeah,
Feldman.
right,
Corey
right.
Feldman.
Corey Feldman was in both of them.
Right.
Yeah, right. Huh. So all these thoughts go through my head. It sounds like it's taken like a long time, like half an hour of deep thought. Really, it was about 1 second.
Yeah, time slowed.
Right. Yeah. And I just romped all over the table, and they were like, "Okay, never mind. Americans can't hold their liquor. Americans can't drink." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So me and the dude, I was like, I turned to the Nebraska guy and I was like, "Come with me to the bathroom." And we went in and like cleaned up and stuff and came back, and I was like, "Man, that was yeah, I don't know what to say about that." And he was just like, "Fuck it." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." And so we just washed up a little bit, hung around the bathroom for a few minutes, and hoped that everyone would be gone. But they were still totally there.
Oh,
and there was
fuck.
like,
Just playing on top of the vomit now.
yeah, and then the vomit was still there, like it wasn't cleaned up or anything.
Okay.
And then they started like, "Oh, here he is, he's back." They started clapping for me and stuff, and sat down for like, tried to make it seem like everything was cool for like, 15, 20 seconds or so. Then I turned back to Nebraska guy and I said, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
And so we got up, and I perpetuate for that one bright shining moment. I thought I broke that stereotype that Americans can't drink and can't hold their liquor, but I actually just
Made it all worse.
made it all that much
Yeah.
Threw
worse.
up on the table.
And it ended up being pretty embarrassing. I would say it was 9/10 real embarrassing. One, but like there was that 1/10, that real small part of it that was just like, that was fucking cool, man.
For a moment until it all crashed.
For but a moment. It
I don't
was
know.
real cool.
I'm fine being someone who's like, "Oh, I can't hold my liquor." I don't know if that's something I need to have as my country's thing.
Have you thrown up in front of somebody while drinking though?
Oh yeah, of course.
Really? I don't.
I mean,
like in public, like that. That sounds frightening.
I mean, are we talking like back in high school and stuff like that too?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, then of course,
Constantly.
constantly.
Big time.
Yeah,
I threw up the next morning too. That was, that was also embarrassing.
I'm usually someone who just gets
Yeah.
sloppy, and then the next morning is when it really hits me.
There have been a couple times in bars where I take a shot and I immediately am like, gotta go, and I gotta book it out of there.
You don't know how to say no.
I know it. That gets me into trouble.
Wally was taking so many shots at the wedding, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Uh-oh, bye-bye.
So, you're no hero of America?
Yeah. I guess not for that anyways. Not for that. Yeah. That won't be in my obituary.
Anything
about-
else?
What about the Nebraskan? How much did he drink?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
did
was
he
up
go
with
for
him?
it?
Because you weren't the. Don't feel so bad. You weren't the only American there. He could have held it down.
You had to have drank more than the fucking
He
Nebraska.
he didn't do the ping pong thing though.
Oh, he didn't even
play-
participate.
He didn't even play bloke pong.
All right. Any
That's
listeners in
bullshit.
Nebraska?
But the
Unsubscribe.
here's the thing though. We saw one of the blokes was at our hotel later that night, and we saw him, and by then he was so drunk he couldn't even talk to us. So I think we might have beat him in drinking
Right.
that night.
So there you have it,
Yeah.
folks.
Whenever the fucking British Navy comes to Norfolk, they are crazy.
Oh my god!
They go down
yeah.
Granby Street.
I was about to say.
Shit-faced.
I saw them at a
Fucking-
karaoke party one time.
Yep.
Yeah, they go wild, and it seems like they can't hold their liquor. So maybe judge one, judge not.
I think it's something about the altitude.
Versus Norfolk, Virginia, and
Yeah,
England.
yeah.
I think it's basically the same.
Yeah, it's the altitude sickness, travel, jet lag.
You're just meowing.
I know.
Yeah. Do you have another story, Cass?
The next story, well, actually, funny you should ask. The next story is from the next morning, actually.
Oh, perfect.
perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little timeline
It's a whole
of events.
it's a chronicle.
No, I said earlier I threw up some more the next morning, so
Yeah.
that
Right.
was there was more embarrassment to be had, and not be proud to be.
What were you throwing up, like in front of people or just in the bathroom? Because that's not so
He
bad.
has like the whole end of the story. You threw up again.
Well, it was in the hall, it was in the room, in the hall, and in the bathroom.
Oh,
Shit.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we were staying at this hostel. I think that Nebraska guy, he ended up we ended up staying in the same place. It was this big youth hostel type thing. Most of them, I guess in Germany they just didn't care because all the ones I've been in before they split it up like dudes or blokes in one room. And
Wait, are they blokes in Germany also?
Dudes, aka blokes.
I think there's houses.
they,
They're
something like that. It was all in English. I mean, and then women, girls, or
Sheila's.
Blokes and Shayla's.
birds. In England, birds. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, birds.
Are in a different room. Here in this place.
Osprey.
In this place, everyone was just lumped
Split
in
up
together.
into gulls and ospreys.
Okay.
In this place, everyone was just lumped in together, and I woke up the next morning, and there was a dude. Okay, well, there was one dude who must have had a night kind of similar to mine the night before because he was just no covers or nothing. He was just laying like completely butt ass naked
Nice.
he was like spread out like a starfish, just totally butt naked.
Just like it's so
that.
hot.
Yeah, and I was, so if that guy can ever be tracked down, that would be a good guest for this show. Because he was probably embarrassed,
If you're
But-
out there, butt naked man.
right?
Butt naked bloke.
So I
Not naked bloke.
I got up out of bed, and by this point, and then I started to feel like I was going to throw up again. By this point, it was I could kind of I knew it was going to happen. It was like I've had this before where I threw up so hard that it made me faint.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and so I can tell it was going to happen. So I got down on my knees because it happened when I was like 12. I fainted and cracked my head open
From throwing up.
because I fell and hit my head. So I knew. Because of that.
Which came first, though?
The chicken or the egg?
The head crack, vomit, faint? Or faint, vomit, head crack?
So when I was 12, I got sick and threw up.
Yeah.
And fainted while doing it.
Okay.
And fell and hit my head and split
Okay.
my head open.
There you go.
Damn.
That's how I knew about it.
You got vomit in your wound?
And I was like,
Yeah.
and I was just like, it's coming. So I got down on all fours so I wouldn't crack my
You
head open.
learned.
Next to the starfish guy.
and threw up, and then went to the bathroom and threw up. I think on the way to the bathroom, and then made it into the bathroom and threw up and fainted again in the bath. Well, no, in the bathroom, I didn't get down because I woke up with blood coming from my nose.
Oh shit.
So and I still got a little bit of a scar. It's like right there.
Damn, you got a
my
scar from
God.
throwing up.
So I split. It was from. I must have fallen and hit something.
Yeah.
And there was blood all down coming from beside my nose and stuff. And I was in a puddle of my own throw up. And that was the other thing about this place. The bathrooms were also co-ed.
Co-ed, yeah.
So like this this lady walked in. I guess she was staying like down the hall.
She was like,
or
"Do you
something.
need a tampon?"
No, she just walked in, and I just looked up, and I was like, "Hey, I'm just that don't mind the throw up and the blood. I'm just it's all good." And she was just like, "Toodaloo!" Like she just
It disappeared.
she was just like,
She jazzed hands her way out.
jazzed hands. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go try the next one. Peace out."
Okay.
Bye.
So that so but hey, it was all good because
It was fucking Europe.
because I had that Euro pass, and I just by that night I was at the train station going to another fucking city.
Right.
Fuck
And
yeah.
got the hell
No
out
one
of
would
there.
ever see you again.
Went to Prague.
Nice.
Yeah.
That rules.
We need a European tour.
We do.
I
need
think
a
that would be
Europe tour.
so fucking fun.
my God, they would hate
my
us.
family took a big bus trip across Ireland.
That's not Europe. That's hardly Europe.
back in 2018, my family, 32 of us, went over to Ireland and had a big tour bus, and we just went city to city, and it was awesome because we would like go out, get wasted, like tear through the towns, and then like go somewhere else in the morning.
But it was all in Ireland,
best. It was in Ireland only, yeah.
Okay.
But I think it would be fun if we got that train ride.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. I'm fucking done. You can push the button.
Great. Great transition.
I can tell you guys were both bored with me.
No.
Yes. Peanuts. And
Are we done?
no, we're not done.
We're doing an ad. Our guest wants to leave.
Our guest is literally desperate to get out of here. Do you have somewhere you need to be?
No.
Does this ever happen to you?
God damn it. This ad got canceled.
We suck.
Kaz, sincere apologies as a producer. That was supposed to be an ad break. But from the dead air, you probably couldn't tell. And more dead air.
I was like, I'm not responding to your dead air comment.
Yeah, now that he's like obsessed
Oh,
with
you want
saying-
to apologize about dead air? Keep
Matt-
it going.
Yeah,
bitch.
producer Matt Cole is literally desperate for getting us to have dead air.
I just think that
He's Osprey.
no, it wasn't clear because Molly got mad and said to press the button instead of saying, "Now it's fun times ad breaks."
Should we do it again and we can edit all this out?
Matt doesn't want to edit this podcast.
Okay, well, I feel like it's just time to skate.
Do you want to edit this podcast?
I think it's time to skate right into segments and games.
Games and segments.
Fuck. Marry. Kill. Fuck. Marry, kill, race.
Marry, kill, race.
Fuck. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's everyone's favorite part of the show. It is time for us to play another round of Fuck, Marry, Kill, and Raise. So I'm going to explain this game to our lovely guest. You will be our contestant in the hot seat today. We're going to give you 4 options. You got to fuck one. You got to marry one. You cannot fuck the one you marry. You ever been married before?
Yeah, I was married. before.
And you know how
Yeah,
that goes.
I know how that goes.
You gotta
Yeah.
kill one. You cannot fuck the one you kill before, after, or during the murder.
Yeah, sicko.
You gotta raise one. And you cannot fuck the one you raise. It's Woody Allen rule. It applies here. All right, so fuck, marry, kill, raise. Your options are me
Me.
and yourself.
Go.
No eggs.
No eggs.
No eggs.
No
Don't
neglect.
even think about it.
Okay. You or me? Is that what you said?
What?
Either.
All
Both.
of
All four
the
of
people
us.
sitting at the
You gotta
table
pick
right now.
one to fuck,
Yeah.
one to marry, one to kill, one to raise.
Raises a little child.
And the options are Molly, Jeff, Matt Cole, and Cass.
Hi, my name's Jeff.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm Matt Cole. Go. Oh, we threw Kaz for a loop here. He wasn't expecting this.
No, we
That's
looped him up.
right.
No.
Lasso loop.
We We give him the old looperoo.
Yeah, well, for the one to fuck, I'd probably have to say Matt Cole.
Yes!
I mean, all this talk about the butthole and everything, and
Always talking about the butthole.
all the numbers of all the fingers that have been up his butt and everything like that makes me all
I don't
excited.
think we've ever talked about that on this podcast.
That's
Surprisingly,
true. Isn't that weird?
it's very strange.
No, I didn't know what it meant. One night I asked him. I said, Matt, what are those random numbers that are on your Facebook page? Oh, those are the numbers of people who have stuck their fingers up my butthole.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'll be
It's over
shocked.
1,000.
There's no way this is the first time we're mentioning this.
I
so.
think it might be.
That's
I mean, like,
crazy.
I'm the podcast historian. I don't have it written down in my notes anywhere.
Interesting. Okay, well, you heard it here first, everybody.
Yeah, Matt
Kaz-
used to post a number that kept going up. No one knew what it was, and then eventually we found out.
Found out it was butts.
Yeah.
Butt fingers.
Yeah, Matt's got a lot of fingers in his butt for money.
For science.
Right.
So you fucked Matt because he's got a loose butt.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of a better reason.
Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah. So
pull him out like a
to marry. I mean, I guess okay. That automatically rules out myself because you can't really marry yourself. At
Sure
least
you can.
Yeah, you
not
can.
You
yet.
justify.
I mean, it's at least maybe with all these new laws and stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Let's go by the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow the
I agree
law.
with that.
Let's also pretend like this is all part of a European vacation. So you're going to fuck me in a hostel. Okay. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah. We're all on a European
Yeah,
vacation.
ooh, fun.
I like that.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
That's him fucking me. I got surprised.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Okay.
We got it.
Okay.
I guess I have no choice. I got to make this decision.
It's a big one.
Yeah, this is like a big decision.
God, yeah.
Marry, kill, raise.
These
Yeah,
are life choices. These are big.
Yeah.
I guess fuck is the easiest one.
Yeah. He got that one right
Yeah,
off
I
the
got
bat.
that
Decisions-
over
the
back.
The
Four.
decisions
Yeah.
get harder.
Okay.
I think it'd be easy to marry someone, though.
I was gonna say Mary's next. Mary's the next easiest.
I think Mary's the easiest.
And then
Because you can
raise-
just do that for financial gain.
That's true.
Yeah. So
But
I guess.
come
okay,
on,
so,
Jeff. Fuck is easiest.
Depends whom.
So for Mary, I'd say Jeff. Why not? Just because he seems like a cool dude.
Oh, you chose the
and-
wrong guy.
nice.
I have
Yeah,
a
I
lot
mean-
of debt.
Yeah, and you look like you're rich, so you could be like a sugar daddy. you
Yeah.
know?
Good luck with the. Good
Yeah,
luck with
sorry
those
to
loans.
tell you, I'm not.
It's too
you already
late.
chose
Then-
it.
Welcome to the world of debt,
then,
motherfucker.
then that would just be another series of another one in the series of very
Yeah.
bad choices I made all my life. you
Okay.
know?
Nice.
In,
Yeah.
in
Right,
Europe.
right. In Europe,
Yeah.
in Europe.
Bad
Yeah.
choices in Europe.
So
Maybe I
let's
have
say-
more euros than US dollars.
The conversion.
yeah.
Maybe you're taking your husband to Europe to kill him, like throw him off a train or something.
Something like that.
But he's
yeah.
going to accidentally kill someone
But what you can't,
else.
it has to be someone else though, right? It has to be
Yeah.
someone
It does.
else.
You
Yeah.
can't double dip.
That's true. Yeah.
Um,
Who are you gonna kill?
Are you learning how to play this game for the first time, Matt?
you gotta kill someone.
I'm trying to make
you
him
gotta
feel better
raise
about
someone.
taking so long.
well, okay, you talked about you talked about how you were so much younger. You were so much younger than I was and
True.
stuff like
True,
that.
I'm
So
very
so
young.
so you could use the raising. So I could
You're right.
I could do that. And
Okay.
yeah, like
you
a
can raise me.
People are going to
Wow.
think your daughter's your mother.
Jeff, I do not look that old.
I don't think she looks that old.
I look older than I am, but I do not look that old.
When you
You
speak
turned
like
into
that.
Popeye. I am.
Wait, I don't think I like where that went because that just leaves only one choice left.
You
and
gotta
one
kill
person.
yourself.
You're
Well,
suicidal now.
so here's what I'll have to say. Like,
You found out you're in a lot of debt because of me.
Oh yeah.
yeah, there was that.
We can't
and-
afford to get back to America.
Yeah,
All these people are making fun of you throwing
Back
up
to-
in Europe.
Back to
True.
Nebraska.
yeah. I just didn't think about what would happen after I made all those other choices. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
most people don't.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
life.
well, you know what? My grandfather when he passed away
no.
last year, and
Oh no.
Jeez.
R.I.P.
yeah, but he, I just kept thinking to myself, why
Want to kill
I don't want. I don't want to get to be that. I don't want to live to be that old.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah, he was 95. So let's just say if I live to be like 93, I'll off myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was Fogberry Kilray's neglect. Or not neglect. Sorry, no neglect.
No.
There was no
eggs.
neglect. There was no eggs. No eggs. Sorry, Papa Graham, please don't
No
stop
eggs.
sending us money.
Please, please.
Oh, we need your money.
We need your money, Papa Graham.
We need the money. The money.
The money for spinach.
Okay, we're all delusional at this point.
All right. Well, at this point, we have come to the end of the road. So, Cass, do you have any? Well, first of all, did we ruin your life today?
No, my life it's been ruined for a long time.
Jesus.
There's nowhere to go. Nowhere further to go down. So
It's a common theme of
right.
guests on our
Yeah,
show.
everyone's like, I had nothing to lose.
Right.
And they were like, that makes sense why you
right.
showed up here. Okay.
Do you have anything to plug? Anything you're working on? Any parting words for the fans out there?
Advice for mothers.
Yeah, any advice for the new moms out there?
Yeah, they say to put the babies on their back when they sleep. That used to be not a thing. It used to be on the stomachs. So there's the whole back to sleep campaign that happened in the early 90s. So that'd be my advice.
Wow.
Follow the back to sleep campaign.
I don't know. Did you see the
And-
food pyramid in the 90s? That made shit.
Yeah.
That made no sense either.
Yeah.
So
But no, sleeping on the back makes sense.
Yeah, whatever. You
I
heard it
guess
here
if you want
first.
to die like Jimi Hendrix,
Well, babies aren't drunk.
they can still throw up.
You're
They
right.
throw up a lot, and that's
Maybe
they drown.
Why can't you put a baby on its side?
I say
It'll roll
abort it
over and
before
smother
it
itself.
lives, so you don't
Oh,
go through
shit.
the.
I don't think a baby can stay on its side. They have to be on their back or
This
their
is why I'll
stomach.
never have kids. That's
Babies
so
are too
annoying.
weak.
The fact that you have to think about where to make it sleep. Ew.
Gross.
I hate it as
Get
if.
it out of here. Any other motherly advice? Or?
Oh,
wear
shit.
wear the mask and get the vaccine.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love it.
I
Yeah.
like
Get
that.
it. Get it in you, baby.
Yeah.
All right,
Don't
little,
be a dum dum.
All right, little worms. Don't be a dum dum. And until next time,
Keep
wiggling.
Thanks so much for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast, a Go On podcast production. If you have an embarrassing story and you'd like to be a guest on How Embarrassing, then send us an email on howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.